Hello everyone and welcome to today's online class for class 11. During the study of emission spectra, spectroscope was being used to resolve the spectra into an image, and we can see some emission spectra in which some fewer lines can be observed depending on the material that we are studying. Now, with the advancement of science, more sophisticated spectroscope was being used later on to study the emission spectra. During this study, the more resolved, more sophisticated spectroscope, when it was used, they saw that this single line of emission spectra that we were getting, these are actually comprises of numerous numbers of fine lines very close together with each other when we are resolving this single line in a large scale through a very sophisticated spectroscope. This kind of resolution of these line in the emission spectra is known as splitting of spectral line. Now, splitting of spectral line is not that we just splitted the spectral line. It's that when we are observing this emission spectra later on with more sophisticated spectroscope or via some means, we saw that these single lines that we are getting in the emission spectra are not just single line. They are actually combination of very close packed lines that are being positioned in the single line. When we are looking at with a very low sophisticated spectroscope, low resolution power spectroscope, we are getting the single line. But when we are using high specific spectroscope which can resolve very high, which give high resolution, in that case we can see by enlarging this position that these spectral lines are the combination of numerous number of closely packed spectral lines. This is known as splitting of spectra. Bohr's atomic model explains the stability of atom very precisely and also explain the emission spectra of hydrogen that we were getting, and we just discussed both of them in our last classes. I would suggest you go check that video before coming into this one. But there is still some of the phenomena that Bohr's model also can't explain. Some of them are: Bohr's model was based on single electron system like hydrogen, but multi-electron system like other elements was not included, was not considered during the construction of the postulates of Bohr's model. Due to these reasons, Bohr's model could not explain the multi-electron system, but it can explain the single electron system of atom. Fine structure of the splitting of the spectral line that we just studied is known as the fine structure of the emission spectra. Splitting of spectral line under high resolution microscope, we get more precise, more resolution, more resolved emission spectra comprising individual spectral line of each spectral line that we were getting. This kind of spectra is known as this fine structure of the emission spectra. Now, why this fine structure of the emission spectra is observed? Why the single line emission spectra, the single line that we were getting, actually those lines are the combination of multiple lines in close packed. Why this thing is? Bohr's model could not explain this. That's why we are saying in the second limitation that fine structure of emission spectra cannot be explained with the Bohr's model. Now, this fine structure was found out by high resolution microscope, but line spectra, the spectral line that we were getting in the emission spectra, splits into multiple lines under the influence of electric field and magnetic field also. Without the high definition spectroscope, actually we still do need high resolution spectroscope, but under the influence of electric field and magnetic field, the lines that we get in emission spectra split into multiple parts of multiple lines. This splitting of line spectra into multiple lines under the influence of magnetic field, this phenomenon was established or discovered by scientist Zeeman, and after his name it was termed as Zeeman effect. The similar concept can also be seen when line spectra from emission spectra, a spectral line from emission spectra split into multiple lines under the influence of electrical field. Now this phenomenon was discovered by scientist Stark. That's why after his name this phenomenon is known as Stark effect. Now why line spectral line will split into several multiple components of light, components of lines. This phenomena, Stark effect, Zeeman effect, could not be explained under the postulated under Bohr models. Now the next limitation is that the entire Bohr model was two-dimensional. That is, a nucleus is there. After some distance, after some certain distance, you are getting orbits, and various orbits are there, and electrons can be are permitted to revolve the nucleus around on this specific certain orbits only. Right? This entire thing is two-dimensional in nature, but we know now that atom is three-dimensional in nature. So this three-dimensional atomic structure was not included in the Bohr's two-dimensional structure. Now, Max Planck and Einstein, after Einstein concluded that subatomic particle like electron has dual nature in them. That is, it behaves as the particle, and the motion of these subatomic particles actually have a wavy nature, that they behave as wave and as well as particle. Now this dual nature of electron was not considered during the construction of Bohr's model. So as this dual nature was not considered, this dual nature of electron results in the Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. That is, the momentum and the position of electron cannot be precisely calculated simultaneously. You always going to find some amount of deviation, some amount of uncertainty during this evaluation of momentum and position of electron simultaneously. This uncertainty principle exactly contradict Bohr's model, directly contradict this uncertainty principle, Heisenberg uncertainty principle, because Bohr's model precisely calculate the position of electron at a certain distance and the momentum of the electron at that distance, which is contradict the Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, which is saying you cannot actually precisely calculate the position and momentum at a certain point simultaneously. But Bohr's model calculated that. So Bohr's model directly contradicts this Heisenberg uncertainty principle, because Heisenberg uncertainty principle was developed because the dual nature of the electron, and dual nature of the electron was not included in Bohr's theory. That's why this contradiction is there.